Hello, welcome to another edition of Test Lab. It's myself, Dave Thomas, along with Mr. Krishner. And today we're talking 10-point, and we are talking the Stealth NXT.
Yeah, so this is their new flagship bow for this year, for 2018. Pretty amazing technology. A brand new look for them, for sure. This is something they had to really go to the drawing board to really put this bow together. It's basically everything as a Michigan bow hunter, if you're going the crossbow route, that this is definitely something that's going to be conducive for everything you need.
This bow is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Let me tell you. I've already had the liberty of shooting this bow for a couple weeks. And this bow is seriously amazing. There's so much technology on this bow. Honestly, I can't even remember it all because there's so much. So Chris will go through that in a second, but there's a lot of things on this bow that separate, I feel, that separate 10-point from the pack with technology. It's going to fling an arrow up to 410 feet per second. So it's got a lot of power. It's an aggressive bow. It's going to reach out. It's not a bow that you're going to get for just a little lightweight, tiny bow. It's not that kind of bow. This is a performance bow, and this is definitely a top-notch bow. And this, to be honest, is not 10-Point's most expensive bow. They have more bows that go all the way up plus $2,000. So this is a great option. They make bows a lot less money too. They have it all over the board here.
All right, so we have the brand new XR6 cam, which is completely new for them this year, using a system that is in one way is very similar. By moving the string track to the front of the bow, or the front of the cam instead of the back of the cam, they increase the power stroke while not making the bow physically longer. So this reduces the weight and increases the speed all at the same time. The riser is extremely lightweight. This is actually something that they're getting more into with their higher end bows. It's actually I believe they call it a C3 carbon infused stock. So it's carbon fiber infused into their polypropylene stock. Mm-hmm. So you're talking about not only a very quiet stock, but also warmth. I mean, we've noticed with carbon bows becoming a big gaining in popularity over the past couple of years. When you're in the tree stand or you're hunting around in blinds, they stay warm. You don't have to worry about that freezing cold touch. Back up to the front end, you got a lot of technology that 10-Point's really well known for. They've always had some of the best pockets in the industry, as well as one of the best machined front ends. So a CNC machined front end, the tri-lock pocket, which virtually eliminates any movement in the limb pocket system at all, which with these big heavy crossbows, as far as the poundage they pull, you really don't want your pocket letting loose or failing on you. So investing in that technology is going to be awesome. The CX5 connection system, which has been a staple for 10-Point. It's actually where they actually mount it directly to the front of the bow. So that virtually eliminates any opportunity for failure. Let's see what else we got here. We have the aluminum stock, anodized stock, or actually shooting rail. But the really great thing about 10-Point and some of the other high quality brands out there is the string life. And I don't think we talk about string life a lot with crossbows because they don't get shot too often by your average user.
Yep.
But what they do recommend, most manufacturers recommend replacing your string every 100 to 200 shots.
What about, I would think with dry rot and stuff?
And that's mainly dry rot does affect it, as well as the amount of power that these possess. I mean, your average compound bow is 70 pounds, 80 pounds tops. These are 175 pounds. So there's a lot of pressure built into these strings. But the way 10-Point's designed it, by actually using the 4 cables here, they're eliminating some wear on the string as well as the cables themselves by dispensing that energy among 4 different cables, as well as their rail systems are built so well that the resistance to wear on the center serving in your string and everything is set so perfectly so there's barely any pressure on that rail. So
that's crazy.
Hats off to 10-Point for doing a fantastic job on that.
These are draw string stops too, right?
Yep, you have 2 string stops in the front, which is going to reduce some hand shock as well as some vibration and increase the speed a little bit.
Look at the connection systems here. This is incredible. It just looks so sweet. And what's our axle as we go to full draw? I believe it's really small.
So uncocked, it's 11.3 inches, which is extremely narrow. but cocked at 6 inches.
6 inches.
So it's very, very small.
That's seriously, that is unbelievable. 6 inches. We're going to show you guys this when we cock it. All the balls features the AccuDraw system. Now this system comes in different systems, so I want to be clear on that. This is the sled, which is going to be more of a manual one, but they do have the cocky one as well. So they have a couple different varieties. I think one's called the Pro. You got to look on their website, but they have different ones that you can get depending on what your need is. If you don't want to physically do it yourself and you want to just use the crank, you could do it that way too. So.
Yeah, tons of great technology in here. I mean, some systems that we're very familiar with TenPoint. They've always had one of the best trigger boxes, 3.5 pound trigger. So, I mean, this is really what we came to expect from TenPoint. I mean, we know that TenPoint's always going to put out what the industry wants, and they're always pushing the envelope a little bit. And it's good to see them take the technologies that they do very, very well and keep them, and then jump off into some new realms of what the customer really wants. So hats off to them and getting the look of this bow. This is a brand, actually, what camo pattern is this?
It's called the Viper.
It's called Viper camo. So so brand new. It's got a great look to it. Looks like it's going to be versatile for hunting in the Midwest, hunting out west. Wherever you hunt, it's going to be versatile for that, as well as just got a nice little unique look to it for sure.
It's got the whiskers that are going to hold the bolt in place. That's very quiet and efficient. It's got auto safety on. When you cock it, it's going to go to safe. It's got the Omni Nock. So the Omni Nock is one of TenPoint's creations, which is really cool.
Yeah, the main reason behind the Omni Nock is so that no matter what, as hunters, we get out to the tree stand or the blind really, really early in the morning. We might slide an arrow in once our bow's cocked just to be ready. The whole point is you can put whichever vein down and it doesn't matter. So it's just a great idea from TenPoint. And it's one of the only truly universal nocks on the market. So you can use it on anything.
And it pops off.
Yeah. So one cool thing is TenPoint has their own lit nock system, which actually works very, very well. Now these are the Center Punch X arrows that come with it. But all the arrows that are shipped, they've actually come with the click system this year. So what they do is TenPoint, some of the TenPoint bows back in the day used to have half moons before they came up with the Omni Nock. So some guys want to still use that half moon, or they still have half moon bolts. And also, CenterPoint does do a fantastic job on their arrows. They are super high quality, so a lot of people will use them.
How's it going?
So you just stick it right in there.
Like this?
Until it stops, yep. Don't push it too hard, just right for, and then just click it right in. Index it anyway, and then it'll click.
Okay.
So you'll leave it just slightly off, and then once the bow actually shoots, it pops it right in place.
Okay, cool.
Turns your lights on. So when you get the lit nocks, it comes in both red and green. So you're getting great vibrancy on the colors. It actually, from the front, I mean...
How do you shut off? You take it out?
So you'll pull these out. You'll pull this, and then just grab the head and pull it out.
Okay, so that's manual, right?
Yep.
So it's more of a manual process, but the point is you don't have to shoot these all the time. You would hunt with them, right? That's the point. And for you, just use the normal nock without it, which you just simply put this back in without it. So,
and it's just a few grains. That light system, if you're taking the battery out, that light is extremely lightweight. So you're not losing anything by
that is really cool.
By doing that.
I like this a lot.
All right, one thing people don't actually know about these this actual finger guard system here is it's an integrated system. What this does is if you look along the sides of the riser, you'll see little rubber pieces. And what this is all one piece molded in here and set in between. So all the shock and vibration that you get in the front end or on the riser section of the bow along the barrel is completely separate and dampened by that into the grip. So you're going to feel even less shock just from that system. So that's cool. Lots of little thought that goes into these bows. And then on top of it, I mean, you throw the Rangemaster Scope, which has been on their high-end bows forever. They actually have a new scope. I have not seen one yet, which is even better. I think they believe they call it the Exo Scope. That comes with the Elite packages, which is brand new for them too. So very excited to see this, see how this thing shoots. The AccuDraw 50 has been redesigned with the sled system, so excited to see how that works. So let's go ahead and let's shoot it and let's play with this thing.
Let's get shooting it. Look at that. Beautiful, beautiful, tiny crossbow. That thing is so small. There's a safety button right here. fire. Ooh-wee. There it is again. Look how small. I just keep how small it is, man. Every time I see it, it blows me away.
Yeah, so that one went way through. Wow, look at that.
All right, guys, we just got done shooting the Stealth NXT from TenPoint, and man, what a powerhouse crossbow this thing is. Seriously, like, what were you thinking? Because I saw you get kicked a couple times.
It's definitely got a little bit of recoil to it.
It's powerhouse.
Unlike something we've seen with crossbows, but definitely lets you know it's being shot. Not too
it's
loud though.
hard though.
Yeah, not
that
loud.
That target's
though.
getting smoked, dude. You put it right through the one. That was incredible. I love this bow. I think it's so compact. It is a powerhouse. It is delivering huge hits. No matter what game you're hunting with this bow, it's going to deliver massive hits. They got you all covered in the lighted nock section. They give you the arrows. You can get broadheads. I mean, they're ready to go. That scope's sick too. I really enjoy the scope.
Super clear, dual illumination, red and green lit nocks.
Yep, just
especially the new arrows they came out with. I was actually really impressed with these. These are the new Center Punch Evo X arrows, which are actually one of the heaviest arrows TenPoint's ever made. So
now, wonder why it hit so hard.
Absolutely. Now, on a second point, the bolts that it does come with, these shoot 380 feet per second because of the weight. If you go to their Pro Light arrow, which is what they sold for years, been very popular. It's their speed arrow. That's going to give you that 410. So you can also shoot those Pro Elites if you're an existing TenPoint guy. And you got a lot of those. Those will work out of here as well. So. Great feeling bow. Very impressed by it for sure. Yeah,
great job, TenPoint. You guys killed it out of the park on this one. Go to TenPointCrossbows.com to learn more. You can click the link below. Also, you know, this is a top-notch crossbow, guys. This isn't like a okay one. This is one of the best ones in the industry. So you definitely check this out when you get a minute. TenPoint also has an array of crossbows. So if you can't afford this one, you want something a little lower cost, they have you covered too. There's a ton of variety. They even have more if you want to spend a little bit more. Huge options, but again, 6 inch is excellent. I mean, I just find that incredible. And all my TenPoint gear they sent us, thank you TenPoint, pretty cool. I TenPointed out. Chris didn't, but I did. I thought it was fun. So again, check it out online. We will now film the speed test on this bow with these arrows specifically that they sent with the bow. So you can click the video below after you watch this one. We'll have it on there. And again, check out the array of BowHunterPlanet.com and all the videos we have and our podcast. Don't miss it. It's a lot of fun. It's the greatest show. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.